Hey everybody, it's your girl Tiffany with Heavenly Highway, and I did decide to name my van specifically, and I'm going to name her Big Betty because my grandmother's name was Betty, and she was a school bus driver up in New York where I'm from, and she was really like the main chick up there running the show. But anyway, she always wanted to do road trips and stuff like that, so welcome to Big Betty's transformation video 2. As you see right here, maybe if you remember, I had blinds and stuff on before and the panels, so I went ahead and I took them off, along with I took the blinds off because the van does have a little bit of a stench to it, because I believe the guy was definitely a pretty heavy smoker, but all in all he took pretty good care of it. So yep, all the panels are off. And my next step on these is to fill them with insulation. Sorry, that insulation. So you cut down on the noise and maybe even get some new seals for the doors. So it cuts down on all that noise, that air that comes through. And I started to take down the carpet. I don't know, it's kind of sunny, maybe you can see it, but there's this little foam piece underneath. And I will be replacing the carpet with some flooring that my dad and stepmom are going to donate to me. So I cut out a big piece of that, and to get, I think, the rest of the carpet up successfully, I'd have to definitely take out all the seats, rip it up, and then clean the bottom of it and things like that. And there's a big pile of dirty carpet and floorboards and things like that that I took off this week. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but you gotta remember I have a full-time job with full-time bills, so I'm trying to do a little bit as I can. And so here's the door here. You see that was the one that was already stripped, and they have some insulation in there, but we filled the insulation in, and we're gonna put on what they call poly paper, and I'll show you an example of that on another door. And then we're gonna order some new weather strips on the side here, because I took this one off that seals, you know, it seals it so it prevents leaks and noises and stuff like that. But you see these doors are very hollow, very empty, a lot to work with. It's basically starting from the scratch on these doors, because you don't want leaks and stuff. And these weather strips are really old, they're cracking and stuff. So good thing I work at Ford and I can get some of my connections to lead me in the right direction there. And so I've been in, I took out there's a piece on top of this floorboard. There's 2 floorboards over here for some reason. So I took one of them out, only to find that there's another one underneath it, and a couple of the screws in there are still jammed. So I have to find a way to get that out, or just use pure strength and rip it out. So maybe. Like I said, I'm going to keep the carpet on the sides and the top, because as the like colder weather comes in, you're going to need some insulation to keep it warm, or keep yourself warm. And you see all that cosmetic stuff will come a little easier as time goes by, because like I said, I'm doing this from personal creativity. There's absolutely no websites or anything that I've looked up to get any ideas from, because as much as those ideas are awesome and they work for them, I have my own idea of what I'd like it to be for me. So I'm kind of going on a whim here, like, okay, I want this color scheme, I want to do this, but right now I'm focused on making sure that it is roadworthy, reliable, and ready to run. And you see, basically all this carpet has to come out, and it is going to take a while. Just taking off all those blinds and door panels and stuff, that took me about 4 hours one afternoon. Here's an example of that poly paper I told you about right here. And you see this is a little ripped, but this basically covers all the connections and things like that on the door itself. And I know that because I work on the door line at Ford, and if Ford is somehow listening, your girl needs a sponsor. So being that I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I work at the Kentucky truck plant, I wouldn't mind a little help from the company. Everyone wins that way. But anyway, so we do have a big old van here. There's a lot of carpet and a lot of potential. as I keep making these videos and keep going from week to week on what I'd like to do. And so this week I also went to my dad's, and anytime you're doing a project that requires car work, you have to get your dad involved. That's just the way it is. So, and my dad can just walk up to a car or a wall or a sink and go, oh yeah, we can fix that there and we can connect this here. He just knows how to do that stuff. So I had him walk me through the actual process from top to bottom of doing my own oil changes. So that was yesterday's project. And the day before was taking off all the door panels and all the blinds and stuff like that were causing it to be a little funky in here. But so far so good. It's going to be a little at a time. So if, you know, I'm not working overtime, I do 2 to 3 days of 2 to 3 hours maybe on van work. The oil change took a while because he was explaining from top to bottom and teaching me how to look on the tags here, how much tire pressure, how big the engine and things are. So when you go ask for parts, it's very important that you have every detail of your vehicle memorized so you can give them the proper information. So anyway, all that being said, the next step on this, like I said, is to continue to take out the carpet and keep putting myself in a place of creativity so I can keep consistent with this and not to go full on with it and wear myself out too soon. Because like I said, I do have a full-time job and other things going on. I have to, you know, housework and things like that, but it's part of life, right? So anyway, so you see I got a lot of work done, took all the blinds and panels off, oil change, and then Tuesday I bring it into my favorite mechanic in Louisville, Kentucky. And he's in J-Town, and his business is called KY Tires, and he's going to change my transmission fluid for me. So stay tuned. Video 3 is coming. I know they're kind of like bland right now because you might think, well, yeah, obviously you have to have an oil change and things like that with it. But I didn't know any of this stuff when I started. And when I thought of going to van life, like, oh, that'd be so cool. It is cool. It's an awesome idea, but you don't really know all the work that is involved with it from top to bottom. So I think the videos really help someone like me who gets overwhelmed easily in my own head of all the things that I have to do. So walking through this step by step and having a small audience helps me a lot. But anyway, so that's today's video, and I will be uploading it to my Facebook. My name is Tiffany Brown. Go check it out. The video is on there, and I'm going to submit a link with some pictures that I took yesterday of me and my dad attacking this oil change. So I hope you all enjoy it. Remember, go to YouTube, subscribe, smash that like button. I love your support. Keep it coming. Tell all your friends and family, and let's get me on the road full time eventually. Thanks, guys. Bye.